Hi, good morning, hello, and good morning to you. How are you doing? Today is Tuesday, September 21st. Oh my good God. And it is the first day of fall. Lord, Lord, Lord. It is so good to see you. Welcome to the show. The show is To My Younger Self. As always, my name is Zoe Baraka. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Listen, I am not able to see you, so do me a favor. Go into the comment section. I want you to say good morning to me, good afternoon to me, good evening to me. Say welcome. Say something nice to me in your local dialect, especially if you are from the diaspora, or let me put it right. If you are from the African continent, I want to see you, okay? All right. We're going to do it good today. I'm very excited today. I have a lot of little itty bitty surprises for you. So just stay tuned. This should be fun. Let's do a few greetings like we always do. If you are in Burkina Faso, as always, and you speak Moshi, Bella to you, Ibiokibari to you, Barakadazua to you if you speak Hausa, Sanunkudazua to you if you speak Hausa too. Yes, Ikwalafia, did you sleep well? Did you wake up well? It is so good to see you. Ya Ken, Tuma, Fudua Wella, Tuma Awella, Tepose Wenam Baraka, all of this is in my native language, the Kosal. Niti Zamzam, how are you? It's probably evening where you are. I want to greet you. I wanted the Frafras will say, Ansuma the Wales will say, Da Soba the Tagombas will say, and of course Indinao, Wezo, all of these are from the Ewe land of Ghana, and Ojeko from the Ga people of Ghana. Ekabo the Yorubas will say, Nabata, the Igbos will say, at the same Akwaba. To then machi to you. All of these are different variations of the Akan language, the Chi language, the Achim language, the Fanti language. How are you doing? Akwaba to you. Karibu sana, habari gani, habari yasubwe. All of these are some different variations of the Swahili. Ayaware, the Luas of Kenya will say. Manga Wanani, the Zimbabwean people will say, from the Shona people of Zimbabwe. Nagadef, the Wolof people will say in Senegal. Nyase, Aloy, Domilaki, all of these. Bisa, from the people of Ghana, all the way up yonder in the north. I care to you if you speak Creole or if you're Haitian, we recognize you are our brothers and sisters. Now, the Maori people will say we are connected that way by the Mushi land, right? Yes, we are. Awana, the Mendes will say from Sierra Leone. Welena, the Hawaiians will say Dumela from the Soto people of South Africa. Kotoli, the Fulanis will say, of course, welcome. So good to see you. I am so excited today. Listen, before I introduce my next guest, I have a video that I want to play for you, okay? And then after we do that, we are going to go into introducing our next guest. Bear with me one moment as I pull this video up. I am so excited, and I think our guest is going to be a little surprised, a little bit. Here we go. Give it 2 seconds.
Sun is burning, you are yearning. Something cool just for you enjoy. Refreshing, satisfying, nutritious, delicious, cool and nice. Enjoy.
That is so funny. All right, I just thought to put that out there. Did you see the guy doing all of the rapping? Refreshing, satisfying, nutritious, delicious, cool and nice. Enjoy. All right, this person, he is our next guest on today's show. His name is John Duah. But you know what? Let me read his full name because he has a powerful name. His name is Edwin John Nanayao Boafu Duah, aka John Boafu Duah. I know him as John Duah. and we went to the same film school together. He is a multi-talented, fun, analytical, strong, loyal, fearless, loving, and generous young man. Currently, he is the head of audiovisual content at Chatterhouse Ghana. The big guns are here. One of Ghana's leading brands in event and audiovisual productions. Yeah, I am not going to tell you when he was born, even though he did put it here. But he is the son of the legendary Alexandra Duah. For those of you who were born in the 80s, perhaps early 90s, you would remember this powerful actress, Alexandra Duah. And I'm going to show you a few things about her as the conversation progresses. An international actress, and Aaron Kwadwo Duah, Ghana's former High Commissioner to Lagos. They are both deceased. May their souls rest in perfect peace. John is an Achim and comes from a big royal family. He is married to Mrs. Roma Adonu Duah with one child, Nana Ama Inshira Ifiye Akoto Duah. I love all of the culminations of the names. Without further ado, guys, please, as we always do, let us give Mr. Duah a very warm to my younger self. Welcome. Just say welcome to him. Welcome.
Charlie, you didn't hear me.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Charlie, I do. You didn't hear me well.
Oh, yes, I can hear you perfectly. Yes.
Okay.
All right, boss, over to you. Storytelling time, all you.
Well, where you want me to start from? Okay, well, let me let me start it from the ad you just played.
Okay.
That was in 2000.
Wow.
Yeah, it was in 2000. And you know, okay, let me tell you the story how this whole thing happened. When I say we, myself and a few friends, Chief, Papaya, and some other people, we went to the poolside, Tesano Clubhouse, yeah? And normally when we go there, in the course of swimming, I mean, they play music and all that. And I used to, I am still, even though now I'm a little shy of doing it, I am a very good dancer, yeah? But I was really practicing it back then, like in 2000 and stuff, you know? So when they play music, I get up, I dance, I do what I got to do. And then this man approached me, Charlie, I forget the name small, but maybe the name will come up. He just approached me and was like, Charlie, you're the boogie. Do you mind being part of, some ad that we're about doing, Yeah, so I said, okay, cool, that's fine. He gave us the dates, where we had to be for the auditions. And I was there. So, okay, because we don't have time, let me just cut it short. So, yeah. Long and short of it, I was chosen to be part of the group, but I wasn't the one supposed to play the role I played in the ad.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a lead actor already there. So, me, I went to do my thing, I danced, I did everything. So on the day of the shoot, then they did the first take, they did the second take, and then the director was like, you know what? This guy has to play the lead role. Wow. Because what he's doing is what will give us what we need. So on the day of the shoot, I then had to exchange costumes with the lead character. And that's how come I wore that orange top. I was in a blue top. Then I took up that lead role, and then I did what I had to do. In fact, that advert opened a lot of doors for me, Wow. And even though I wanted to talk about this segment of my life a little later in the program, maybe let me just talk about it now. I have had encounters in my life which more or less tells me, I don't need anybody to tell me that there is a supreme being out there. There's a spiritual world, actually. I don't need anybody to tell me. I don't need any pastor to come tell me whatever it is, because I have experienced it personally myself. So When we're kids, we were very adventurous. I mean, when I say kids, that's my big brother, myself, and then my kid brother, and then our sister. You know, our sister left for the UK quite early in life. You know, so and then followed quickly was my big brother. My sister came for him. So most of the time that we lived with our mom was my kid brother and myself. Charlie, the trouble we give one another, Charlie, every time I keep asking God for forgiveness, because Charlie, we stress the woman, you know, and I also thank God that she also had this really iron fist, because if she didn't do that, Barak, I'm telling you, me like I would day Sawam or somewhere, or like I would have been dead or something. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was notorious. I was bad.
Wow.
You know, I know the good thing, but I know good.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I was crazy, and you know, I always find a way of roping in my kid brother Charlie, my two eyes. You know, so I was very adventurous. I mean, I wanted to experience everything in life. I just, you can tell me about it, but I want to experience it myself.
So
You
set
know,
up
so
the story for us. Yeah, I want to hear this story.
yeah. So one of these adventures, and I just told my brother that I want to experience how it feels like for someone to be dead or to be killed through strangulation.
Oh.
Yeah. So I woke up in the morning. It was around somewhere 6, 7ish. I got my kid brother. You know, I gave him this a kitchen napkin. I wrapped it around my neck and I told him to strangle me. So when he realizes that I'm hitting the wet top of the kitchen, then he will release it a little so I can breathe small. So at least I have the feeling of how it is like to die through strangulation. Now this my kiddie bro, instead of say he could do the thing slowly, you know, so when I'm losing breath or whatever, you know, I can get strength to hit the wet top of the kitchen, so he'll stop. This guy just went shoot. Baraka, the guy strangled me, and I went blank, like blank. I couldn't. I went blank. Now listen to this part carefully. As I went blank in that dark situation, I saw something. It was a dark person in a very long white gown.
Oh my.
You know, this person just walked, and I could see myself on the floor. You know, I could see myself on the floor, and I could see this dark guy with this long apparel. You know, and the person just walked to me and then pinched me. You know, he pinched me.
Yeah.
So what I realized doing was that I shouted, ah! When I woke up, I was soaked in sweat, and it was around 6, 7 p.m. in the night.
Oh my Lord.
Yes, from morning around 7ish, I woke up in the evening around 7 thereabout, and I was still lying on that kitchen floor. My kid brother had gone out to play. He thought I was joking. Up to date, if I tell him, he still thinks I was joking. He thinks I fell asleep. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
So
so shocked.
I had, you know, I got that encounter early in life. So me, when you come and you talk about some things to me, you know who gets me, because I know that there's something out there. Now, to tie it in with this finance advert, you know, when I was growing up, not as I was grown, I mean, from like 18ish growing, when I started knowing women, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I know do things
House.
below the legal age.
Oh my Lord.
I started doing things after 18, you know. So when I began to know women,
Wow.
I had my first broken heart.
Oh.
You know, and it was quite devastating because not necessarily. Okay, let me not go into details, but I found my supposed, not my first girlfriend, but I think the second or third or something like that,
Mhm.
being, dealt with in a car. So yeah. So when I saw that, Charlie, my small heart at that time, Charlie, they shut down. Allah. So out of my, let me term it stupidity, I decided to seek revenge on any other female that comes into my life.
Oh my Lord.
You get it?
Mm.
So in the process of doing that, the Fun Ice ad came in and it opened the floodgates. When I say it opened the floodgates, I don't need to go into details. It opened the floodgates. Because then I started gymming. I was, younger. I was dancing. I was rapping. I had a nice fashion sense. Charlie, I was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do what I got to do. Now, in the process of this, I met a lady. Yeah. Some sweet girl. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sweet girl with some natural down cut. Oh, juicy.
Jesus. Jesus Christ of Dankopon.
Oh, Charlie. And she was a very good artist. So, Charlie, every time this girl will come, she won't allow me to, we'll just do some one or two romance here and there, and then she goes. Charlie, she invited me to her home. It was in East Legon somewhere for a party. I was there. Oh, I did my thing at the party, Charlie. Everybody was mesmerized. Go, yeah. So one hot afternoon, those times there were no mobile phones. It was landlines. Yeah. So she calls and she's like, she's coming over.
When you're
All this while, I am the one who's supposed to be calling her to come around. But if she is the one taking the initiative to come here, Charlie, then today be today. Oh, this lady came and she was different. She wasn't talking much. She just kept staring at me quietly. I was doing my thing, going up and down. She didn't talk anything, Charlie. Then she told me, you know what? The things that you're doing, you need to stop.
wow.
Because I realized that you're not doing them because you want to have fun. You're doing them because you are hurt. And I was sent to come and do something really devastating to you. But knowing you, I realized that you're not doing this thing intentionally. You can stop it. So I'm urging you to stop. Oh, I tell her, if you don't want to make her do the thing, carry yourself and just go. They can't tell me what have you seen? Oh, Master. So I just threw her out of the house. She said about 3 times before she left. After like a week or so, as boys there, once the thing sweet, where you won't touch, you will try your luck again. So I phoned her. The number I phoned, I was told did not exist. It didn't even go through.
Hey!
That was the first shocker. And I said, well, let me go to the house. Because she introduced me to the family, So, Baraka, I go the house there. I went to the exact spot where the house did. The exact spot for East Legon where the house did. I went there and it was a bare land, big bare land, with a lotto kiosk, some small lotto kiosk right there. So I go there and I went to the lotto man. What tell him? Then some house there here. And they look for somebody. The man just looked at me like, who you are?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Say Anna Hattie. Play play land. Say I'm at it. Football was so if I go see then there will be then Baraka. Yeah. So me, if anybody, you can't come and tell me my mother bewitch or my auntie bewitch or those kind of things we didn't
Oh
do.
my God.
Because I know. And you see, ever since that time, I had to relax my oars, stop some. I mean, most of the things I was doing then, even though there's more, but it was it was extremely watered down. And ever since, I'm not the type who would pray and speak in tongues and shout, and I don't do that. I'm not saying people who do that is wrong anyway. I
Mm,
don't have any problem with that. But I don't do that. But anytime that I just close my eyes and speak to God,
mm,
like when I'm going through something really terrible, and there's something that my mom also taught me, do what you can. Just leave the rest to God. Just leave it. I didn't understand it back then, but growing up, I now realized you can do what you can do. Just leave it. And surprisingly, everything that just begins to fall in place. And then all of a sudden, you see your way out. Even with my work I do when I'm editing, when I'm writing, and I'm behind time. I mean, let me use a perfect example. I've produced and directed Hitmaker, which is an MTN Hitmaker. It's
mhm.
um it's a talent hunt. It's a musical reality show, and one of the most prolific in the country actually.
Yeah.
So one time I had to direct and edit at the same time, and there's a portion of this talent show which is the boot camp.
Mm,
So you need to be there because most of the time these boot camps, even though you have your script with you, there are certain things that happen at the spur of the moment that you need to add and take out from the script. So it is important that you need to be there.
mm,
However, that same week, the auditions or the search episode had to also go on air.
mm,
And normally I use maximum like 2 weeks
mhm.
to finish the search episode. And here I was, having shot the search episode on location shooting the boot camp, which is exactly 1 week of shooting, and a Thursday, and I'm supposed to give the finished product of the search to the client on Friday morning
Oh my
for
Lord.
them to watch, review, do your corrections before you send to the TV station on Friday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had to leave the boot camp, give directions to my DOP, Echo, amazing guy. I gave him directions what he had to do because I had to go back and edit. So when I got back to my machine and I looked at the enormous material in front of me that I needed to finish in a space of about like 10 hours, goodness me, I just put my head down on my desk and I just said, Charlie God, this one day be you, you. You need to show me a way. Baraka, I finished that thing as early as 3 a.m. on Friday morning. Sent it to client. Client saw the thing, was amazed. No corrections, nothing. Packaged it up for television. We're showing on about 14 television stations. Sent these things to all these television stations and was done like on Friday. It's not even on Saturday. I was done Friday afternoon. Done, like finished.
Wow.
Yeah, it is not me. It is definitely not me.
That was God. That was
I'm
God.
telling you. And most of
Wow.
the time, when I'm doing stuff that is, that I'm doing stuff for, let's say, an international company, and it's moving out, and there's a mistake in the edit, I don't know what happens. When I'm done, I say a little prayer that, Charlie, if anything did the thing inside, make I see out before you go. I'm just sitting, and then something just prompts me, and I move. I move the cursor on the clip, and I realize the mistake
Mistake.
almost every time.
Wow.
almost
Like
every
it's
time.
spiritual. This, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so me, nobody go fit come tell me, say, Ja no day or Ja day or
For
somebody go you
those,
check. No,
yeah,
no, no,
for those who don't know,
no.
Jah means God.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
speaking
oh, yeah,
in
pigeon.
the pidgin language now.
Yeah,
So Jah means God. So
yeah,
just
you know,
put
when,
it out
yeah,
there.
so
Wow. I have
nobody, nobody, nobody.
before you continue, John, I have another little surprise that I queued up and I thought I would play because I think I'm gonna try to transition and segue into another part of your life that most people don't really know. So bear with me one moment as I set it up. Um, it's coming. Guys, just hang in there. Here we go. Here we go. It's coming. Okay, well, and we are back. For those of you who maybe didn't recognize who this amazing actress was, and we played the video for the actress, and we specially chose this particular clip so you could see the depth and her prowess as an actress. This is the great and legendary Alexandra Dia. She in this, you see her here in Heritage Africa by Kawansa. I can't tell you the impact of this film as a filmmaker myself, as an African and as a Ghanaian in its entirety. And if you haven't seen this movie, you have to go see it. Now, this powerful actress gave birth to our honored guest today. And I just thought I would play that so you could see the background from which John actually comes from. And with that, we're going to segue, I do believe, into his next story.
Yeah. Ah, that scene, I remember I watched that movie with my kid brother, and we wept so bad
Oh my God.
because it looked so real. Like we knew she was alive then. She hadn't passed. Charlie, we wept like, oh, I don't know, mommy, Susa, why is she crying like that? Oh, it really, really, really touched me. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yes, so it's because of things like this that I gradually developed interest for the arts. To take you back, my mom of blessed memory was somebody who didn't really believe in quantity over quality. And that was something that, again, my kid brother and I didn't really understand. Because there were moments when you could see that things were hard. When I say things were hard, my dad was an ambassador, yes, then he get money brutal. But then something happened and he had to be in exile in Lagos. So we had to leave Lagos and come to Ghana, and try and start everything over again.
Yeah.
So in those periods, you see the effort. You see them, even though I didn't understand it back then, but now I see that effort. You know, to the extent, I mean, the extent my mom would have to go to try and make ends meet, you know, being so creative with almost everything that comes her way. But it will shock you. In that situation, people come to the house with scripts, with money, like ready. Oh, Madam Alex, oh, this is the script. Oh, please, we want to film next week. Da 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 da. Oh, we are there. We watch. This is Charlie. This is why the money comes. And then she'll look at it and tell you that, you know what? Give me a week. I have to read the entire script, get back to you, and tell you if I'll do it or not, Charlie. So you make you read finish. She'll finish reading. She'll call this director in, point out certain things in there she wants corrected and stuff, and give you back your money. If you go and you don't correct it, then forget it. She's not going to do it.
Wow.
I'm telling you. When with the hung, you know the bar, with the hung, but she will never do it. Never. People come there, Charlie. People they bring you. They see. You see that money is coming in. Money is here. Money is there. She'll tell you she'll never do it. This thing will not upgrade her in any way, shape, or form. So it's either you go and get the right things done, or forget about her being in your movie. And that was how disciplined she was about her craft. You know? And even when you take her on set, she had certain things that she do. I mean, she took a bit of alcohol, she smoked. But when my mom is on set, no alcohol will touch her lips, no smoke will touch her lips. If it has to be 1 year, if it has to be 2 years, until the production is done, she is in the production. She's in there. She's part and parcel of it. She took us around a few times to some of the movies that she did. One of them that can readily come into mind is Sankofa, which was shot by Haile Garima. Haile Garima. Yeah, absolutely. She took us on one of these sets. I think it was like 4, 5, some months, like I think 8 or something months, and we were in Cape Coast because that was where the slave scene was happening. So we're shooting between Cape Coast and Elmina Castle. Now, Cape Coast and Elmina Castle, you know, it was a Hollywood movie. We're shooting on celluloid. So it wasn't, I'm not saying video is that bad, but
well,
video
it is as a filmmaker, you know, it's just, but we'll leave that. Continue.
Video gives you the laxity of, you know, let's go again, you know. Yeah, but celluloid is quite expensive, so you have to get it right from the scratch.
Yeah.
So that's when you see, that's when I had like the vivid experience of how a proper film set is like. The number of people on the set, right from ambulances, fire service personnel, electricians, painters, carpenters. I mean, almost every aspect of, you know, like it was like every profession was there. Like everybody was, you see it, and it's happening, and the time, and then when they start rolling, you appreciate the effort that has gone into the preparation for the shoot. It was beautiful, like it was amazing. It was very complex for me back then, but it was good. It was a very good experience. You know, that's one side, and then I also had the opportunity to feature in By the Far Side. I did. It was around 91, 92 thereabout. Yeah, By the Far Side. So I did the first episode, which was Samson. It was Uforiwa, that was the title, and I played the role of Samson. Samson was from Tasabon Sambi, who was looking for some girl to devour. The girl was really insolent, so Tasabon Sam wanted to teach this girl a lesson that she needs to respect.
For our English-speaking audience, Sasabonsam is Satan.
Satan, yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's the role I played. And then we started the Kwekwaransi series. So I did the first 4 Kwekwanansi series off by the
Wow.
firefight. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
I wish I had known that. Now I would have just dug some archives up and, tried, because I feel like this is a real journey down memory lane where just picking up real film craft and just art craft.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So that
Wow.
was also an experience, and it was directed by my mom, produced by my mom, and
Oh,
a few other people. But she was working with Race Memorial School, where I went to school. So Charlie, we were stars. Oh.
you
By the
were.
time I
You really
Charlie, by
were.
the time
Yes.
Charlie,
Wow.
we have enjoyed stardom before. Not today,
I'll know you today.
my goodness. We were actually kids that parents would tell their children to look up to,
Wow.
and that more or less kept me in check most of the time, because Charlie, you are working there and some kid is looking at you and seeing you like some Charlie frame proper kid, but the way that we depart,
Wow.
oh God.
I haven't had an opportunity, even because your stories have so been riveting. I didn't even say hello to our audience, and there's so many of them on today. My goodness. Seti, welcome. Sorry, we never said hello. Thank you so much for watching. Sumaya Akom, I see you. Big sister Elsie, all the way in Canada. I see you. I see you. I see you. Let's see. I'm going to go through this very meticulously and say hello to everyone. Lauren in UK, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Carl, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining us. I see you. I see you. Ralia, thank you so much for joining us. Beverly Ross, I see you. Thank you for joining us. Francisca Addo, thank you for joining us. Oh my God, there's just so many of you, and I feel like I'm going back and forth. But we're gonna stop here. And if I didn't get your name, I do apologize. We just appreciate you being here. We are 37 minutes in. Can you believe that? We thought we had so much time. Listen. Wow, Antoinette, thank you so much for joining us all the way from the Windy City. I am so glad you're here enjoying us, just listening to our stories and stuff. One more last video to play about, and then we told you it was going to be one of those, just legendary. Last video, I didn't intend to, but just you sharing these stories, it tells you, if you could go back to your younger self, it tells you about excellence. It tells you about the fact that preparation always makes the real thing so much easier as long as you've prepared really well. Talking about filmmaking and stuff like that, it tells you that life is spiritual, that we can't just play with our lives. It's so amazing that some people don't see the correlation between physicality of life and the spirituality of life. And you got to experience that at a very, very young age. And we're just so grateful to God that you are here, being able to share all these stories with us. Bear with me one moment, and I'm pulling this up now, and we should be done. Here we
I initially trained in cinematography and qualified as a film editor. And with that, it's not very easy living with people, because anytime I go out and I come in, I am able to detect who moved that chair, who touched that flower. And my children know how I am. It got to a point they start calling me Radio Ghana. Because I would, query everything I see. As an actress, I think I've been let down miserably. I have tried my best to, first of all, train in acting, not at the university, but personal tuition from an old actress called Jean P. Martin in London at Earl's Court. And have over the years taken acting seriously. Every little word, every little statement, I make sure I conduct enough research to be able to know the bearing my statement has on the entire script or the story, my relationship to the other actors. I think about costuming, everything, you know. And then when I'm on location too, I'm not just there as an actress. I'm more or less like a mother and, you know, someone who tries to solve problems between artists and producers, you know. But then, having done all these things, all I need is just being there as an actress with my name there, actress. You know, I don't go fighting for other credits like costume assistant or, you know, continuity, or, but I do all that.
Wow. 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 What a powerful, powerful. I'm glad that we played this video last, because you just told a powerful story about her preparation into going into acting, and then we backed it up with the video. You couldn't have known that this is one of the videos we chose. So I am glad that this happened. We thought that we would. Yes, we thought this was Alexandre Duah in Fespaco. Fespaco is one of the biggest film festivals in Africa that happens in Burkina Faso every odd year, you know. So this year, 2021, I do believe they had a Fespaco if COVID didn't interrupt them, you know, in Burkina Faso. I've had the opportunity of going at least 2 or 3 times. A few of my friends in film school also did, and that's where Alexandre Duah was. And so, you know, we thought to play that just, you know, by way of reminding also generations that came before her of who she was, because she was one of the women that really impacted filmmaking and storytelling for that matter. I remember her telling stories in a way that would just absolutely blow your mind. And so since we're here telling stories, we thought that we would just, you know, showcase her just a little bit. John, do you have, you know, we're way past time. So I do believe that.
Okay. Just the last part, which is, I'll make it brief, which speaks to self-discipline and being responsible for your actions and yourself.
Okay.
And another part which really, I was brute. You know what I'm saying? I was brute. I was brutal. You know, I gained this physique out of wanting to beat or retaliate at someone. You know, the person bullied me, and back then I used to be really small, and I decided to buff up and retaliate. So lo and behold, when I got big, I met this guy at a pub, and I was ready. I was going to like damage him. That was the word, damage. You know, but when I hit him on the shoulder in turn, he looked at me and was like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" And I'm like, "Hey, you know they tie me and you can't make me out. Are you not the one who bullied me?" He said, "Oh, bro, Charlie, I'm sorry. In fact, when I did that thing, I've never. I mean, I'm so. I mean, Baraka, I was totally deflated because I was.
You were ready to fight.
Exactly. I was waiting for him to, you know, come out and then Charlie, I will show him something. The guy just said sorry, and that was it. So I started, you know, things like that just tells you that you need to. It's not everything that you can solve using brute force. My dad, especially, my dad was too calm. I just didn't understand what was going on. When my mom passed during the funeral, she married before, and then divorced, and then married my dad. And you know, family members from her first marriage came to the funeral, and they were displayed. So I wanted to bring law and order there. You know what I'm saying? But I just turned around and saw my dad, and my dad just called me. So when I got there, he told me to sit down. He didn't even mind talking. And I mean, I sat there quietly for almost like an hour. So after that, he turned to me and said, "Are you okay? Are you calm?" And I said, "Yes." And I said, Do you feel like going back to fight?" I said, "No." He said, that's how you need to treat everything. In the heat of the moment, calm down.
Nothing.
You realize that you don't need to use brute force every time. And he said something to me. He said, "I have never brawled in my life before, I won all my battles through words. So learn it. And this was backed by my mom. When my mom was alive, one of the things my mom told me that she regretted ever was that she used to work with GBC. And as she worked there, they hadn't paid her for some months, you know, months. And she told my dad about it. And my dad wrote a letter for her. Gave her the letter and told her, don't open the letter. Just go straight to the accountant. Give the letter to the accountant. He will pay you. My mom did it, got to the accountant, gave the letter to the accountant. The accountant read the letter and immediately paid her everything they owed her. And today she regrets not, I'm telling you, she regrets not reading the content of that letter.
Wow.
That's what he would tell, my dad would tell you, I win all my battles with words. I won't touch you. But what I say to you, what I write to you, you will fall in line.
Oh my
That's it.
God. No wonder he was a diplomat.
You
Wow.
know? So
what a powerful lesson to learn.
Exactly. So that's where, you know, sometimes you think about these things and you need to calm down. And now I'm just a big teddy bear. I'm big, I'm buff. You can do whatever you want to do to me, but if my life is in danger, you will know that I'm strong.
Yes.
But aside that, I don't go mind you.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And even moving on to even further speak about self-discipline. My mom, when I was 16, she called us, my kid brother, of course, and myself, and she was like, "Che, listen to me. I'm not going to cook for you guys again. You better learn how to cook. I will guide you. When you see my food, they don't touch it. You have to learn how to make yours. And I'm teaching you this because in case you get married, you will not be found wanting." And that's how we learned how to cook, from burning rice to putting a lot of salt into, you know, frying eggs and whatever it is till we mastered the craft.
Whew.
You know?
That's
so
a
we cook.
right
In fact, I am a chef extraordinaire. You know,
wow.
I make aubergine pilaf, you know, baked Alaska, you know, and you know, I do everything. I do soups, you know. Yeah.
Oh
So,
my God, I can't imagine.
yeah.
Wow, John. Wow.
And this final story, there's a final one that we end.
Final one.
Yeah. Like I said,
as you're telling the story, I'll pull up a few photos because I know I just wanted to do that, you know, to honor her. But keep speaking as we do that. Keep speaking.
That's fine. Yeah. So, like I said, I was a super dancer. I mean, when I say super dancer, like super dancer, choreographer. I still teach sometimes. You know, so back then, when I was done with school, all I thought about was to go to Abuja. I wanted to go to America.
Wow.
And live the hip hop life. I just wanted to live the hip hop life. That's all. So my friend Baba, who's now Shaka Babsi, what's up? Shaka Babsi, you know, we just wanted to go to Abuja and do what we wanted to do there. But my mom, you know, my mom was an honorary citizen to the city of Atlanta. I don't know if it means anything, but if she has to travel to America, she didn't even need a visa. Sometimes she takes a visa on arrival there. Sometimes you'll be in school and she'll call and tell you she's on her way to Jamaica, she's on her way here, she's on the way there, you know? So, yeah, she was all over the place. So we knew that if my mom takes us to the embassy, we'll get a visa. No two ways about it. And she kept saying that you guys are not ready to travel because you are a redhead. If you get there, something might happen to you because you are not calm, you are not cool. Your head is not, you know, screwed on well yet. So she's not too sure. Exactly. She's not too sure if she really needs to let me go, da 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 da. So we pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. Okay, so she agreed that she was going to take us to the embassy. So like a week or so to the date, my kid brother had a dream. And in that dream, I had been shot dead in America.
Wow.
Yeah, in a gutter. I'd been shot dead in a gutter there. And I think my big brother or my friend Babana also had a dream which also saw me being shot in America. Then, still, as I will go, lo and behold, listen to this carefully. The day my mom decided to take us to the embassy, the day before she died.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the day she died.
Wow.
She virtually died in my arms. That is the day she died. So ever since, I first of all, one, realized that maybe traveling, it wasn't my thing. That's one. Two, it told me that, yo, your protection is no longer there. Because when I messed up those times, and you take me anywhere, if my mommy show up, no, the case then foolish case be that. So I realized that your protection is no longer there. You now need to be responsible for your actions, and you need to start behaving like an adult. So now I had to now put my life together, streamline things, so that I can be somebody in future. Initially, I wanted to be in front of screen, so I did a few things from the Fine Ice ad.
Oh, on a somber moment, it looks like the internet. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, a really, really beautiful TV series. I starred in it. I did a couple of things, but later on I realized that no, my mom was quite prolific in front of screen, and I would want to be a champion behind the screen. Yeah.
Wow.
So then I decided to, chat that course and
Wow.
Yeah.
We definitely went way past the time that we allotted for ourselves.
This was if I know for this.
Yeah, I know. We're definitely putting you on the return team. We're compiling a group of people that are gonna definitely come back and tell more stories. This is definitely, you're one of the people that's definitely coming back to tell a story. I truly, truly appreciate your time, your investment, and just,
I'm happy I came.
Yes, it's so good to see you light up and just share, because honestly, guys, he is one of, when you see John, I remember, it's like the life of the party, but one-on-one, he's so quiet. Sometimes you would want to say, why are you not talking? And I realize what his forte is. It's when he's in front of people, he definitely talks a lot. We appreciate that so much. Thank you for saying yes to TMYS. Thank you for joining us, to the whole team on TMYS. Definitely setting thank you for being the line producer on this particular show. Yiranako Big Billa, always being line producer. Elsie, my big sister, thank you for being real showrunner. I appreciate you. Lead communicator, Sumaya Akom, thank you for doing all the behind the scenes and, internet this, internet that, which I don't really know how to do much of, but she is always on the ball. I appreciate you so much. Each and every one of you, the whole team. Thank you, thank you. Listen, next week, we have Amma Duncan, also another powerful woman from Ghana, Kumasi to be precise, of the Fabulous Women Network. I do not want you to miss it. She's going to close out September for us in a big way. And in October, it's starting with a big bang. I have a surprise for you, and I don't want you to miss next week, so you know what's coming in October, okay? All right. Again, please join us on YouTube. We're moving there, so we don't want you to miss it. Join us on YouTube. Just Find us on To My Younger Self. Click the button, subscribe. We want you to keep hearing from us because you can't find us again after next year, okay? You don't want to miss that. I truly, truly, truly appreciate your time. God bless you all. My name is Zoe Baraka from the studios at To My Younger Self, myself and John, all the way in Ghana. We say we love you. Thank you. And if you're in Ghana, happy holidays. Okay? All right, guys. You know what? One last thing. I always give the guest the last say. Give us one liner. One liner. What would you let them go off today with?
One, there is a supreme God out there.
Amen.
And whatever it is we do, we will account for it. That's all I can say.
Amen. Done and done. 55 minutes in, still on the second. Zoe Baraka here. Bye-bye.